All right, guys, after I did a video not too long ago where I was showing how to get off your back, get onto your side using shoulder rotation, I had some questions follow up. Well, what if somebody has a lot of weight on you, you're completely pinned? Well, we'll address that. What I want to do is actually try and solve that for you. And this is where we do what we call the connected bridge. So everybody's familiar with bridging when you're to create some space, when you're flat on your back, you've got both your shoulders and your hips pinned. You weren't successful to get onto your side, they've got you dead to rights. So the most common arm positions that you'll see there is the cross-face underhook, which a lot of people prefer because they can drive a lot of pressure into the cross-face. Plus with the underhook, their chest will be blocking your far shoulder from getting rotation, especially if you're trying to turn towards them, which most people will do from bottom. But the one that allows you to put the most pressure on your opponent in terms of body weight is actually the other staggered arm position, where you have one arm on the far side of your partner's body and then your arm on the near side. So one arm on the far side of their head, rather, and then your near side arm is responsible for blocking out their ability to put you in the guard. When you do that, okay, both are very effective in their own right, but when you do that, you can now take both of your knees off the mat, put a tremendous amount of pressure down, and now your chest is still blocking the rotation of their shoulders to keep them from getting on their side, but now the top player can put a lot more weight on you. So I want to show you how, even with that maximum weight distribution from the top position, you can still get out, but you have to perform the bridge differently. And this one I originally learned from Henry Akins, and it just shows the genius of Rickson Gracie with some of the things that he did differently that are often invisible. Hence the name Invisible Jiu-Jitsu to people, is simply haven't learned these details. So let's take a look real quick. So I'm going to lay down here, and I'll have Steve put this arm on the far side. This arm here is going to be blocking out my near side hip and leg so I can't pull guard. So now I'm in this position, and typically what happens here, guys, is you'll see I'm going to try and bridge, and go ahead and get your hips up, Steve, so you can put all that dive bomber pressure. Yeah, you can hear my voice change. He's got a lot of weight straight down into my chest. His shoulders and chest are directly in front of my shoulder, okay, blocking where I want to get the shoulder rotation. So from here, when I bridge, he's going to feel my bridge and press into me off of his feet. And now, this is what happens a lot of times. Every time you try and bridge, you're just wasting energy, okay? Now, what I want you guys to see, okay, so that was Exhibit A. Now let's take a look at Exhibit B, okay? So just break for just a sec. Okay, so I was actually trying to bridge, just so you know. I wasn't like throwing the demo to make it look good. But now let's look at a difference, okay? So Steve gets back to that position. Okay, now, and out. All right, so what was the difference? Because he gave me the same pressure both times, right? So I'll just show you from the side. Step one, your far leg is going to come outside of the line, or think the silhouette or frame of your body, however you want to think about it. So right now my hip is here, my foot, this top leg is going to step out a little bit further. Okay, I'm on the ball of my foot here. Now, what I'm going to be doing is making sure that his chest isn't in front of this bicep. So I position this arm so it's pointed towards a low underhook, right? If he's got his arm on the far side, I can't even get a high underhook. There's no way. But I'm just pointing this arm, okay, basically my thumb towards the mat, right in that space. And now what I'm doing, guys, is I'm concaving my body, bring my shoulders in, and I'm going to now transfer all my pressure into this top shoulder into my opponent. So think of a current running from your base with your foot right here, all the way through the kinetic chain of your body, right? Through your leg, through your hip, and into that shoulder. So I'm soaking up all the space with that shoulder. And then from here, okay, just bridging off this one leg, I maintain that connection to my partner, so I've taken out all the slack. There's absolutely no slack through the entire motion. Okay, I'm going to collect my breath through my diaphragm to make sure I don't throw my back out. And now from here, when I bridge, I'm bridging straight up, and on the way down, okay, maintaining that shoulder pressure the whole time. On the way down, I get my rotation, and I corkscrew that arm towards the mat. From here, there's no way that they can keep you from being able to get to your belly and therefore to your knees, okay? So one more time, let me just show up here with Steve to get good pressure on me from here. Right now, I already feel, if I did this the traditional way, I'm not going to be able to move. Okay, he's really sucking the life out of me. Okay, now I make my adjustments. Foot comes out. Okay, so it's outside my frame. Now I'm going to concave my body and create the connection from my foot through my far shoulder. Now from here, I'm bridge. And out, right? So, inevitably, sometimes we get the question, right? Even in class, if I show this. Yeah, but what if somebody's a lot bigger than you, right? Steve and I are roughly the same weight class. So, let's take a look, all right? So, Steve, can I have you get back here for a sec? Okay, cool. Marcus, could you come over and lay on Steve's back, please? Okay, guys, Marcus is here. So, pressing all my weight into my shoulder. Okay, from here. And out. So the key there is you notice it's not that I'm trying to move them for distance. What I'm doing is the word connection gets thrown around a lot, but this is like the Ludacris song, right? When I move, you move. So you just need to, instead of thinking you're bridging into a force that has body mass and gravity on its side, right? Meaning your opponent when they have top position. You're now bridging with them, one unit. And you just need to lift them enough to then create the rotation underneath that connection point, which you've created efficiently with your whole body, so that now, instead of them having pressure in front of your shoulder, preventing rotation, you're now able to slip your shoulder underneath them, and now they're on top of the shoulder. Once they're on top of the shoulder, they cannot flatten you out. You can easily flatten out, though, to get to your knees, okay? So with some practice, that can change everything for you, right? And then we showed before, even sometimes when they have a crossface, especially if you can start this movement before they're fully dialed in, you can still create this rotation even with a crossface. So if you combine that video, okay, with this one, it'll be a big change for your ability to, and your confidence to escape from bottom, even when you are completely pinned and you've got a very heavy opponent on top of you.